Alright, starting with the second round of this tournament for Elixir and Return Sphere, going against the Bhed Psyches. So definitely, we're pretty much following the path of the previous tournament, where it's for the same prizes, and it's the same matchups. If the Kilika Beasts win their matchup, it'll be exactly the same, as far as I'm aware. Like, it's kind of ridiculous. But I mean, it's all good. We're going to start it out in a familiar way. So, I mean, everything's familiar. We're going to pass to Ronso, and then newbie Ronso, and, you know, try to grind for some experience. We already got Ronso to level 91. We're in the 90s now. Like, we were in the 90s before, but 91, like, it's just, it is surreal how close we are getting. Once Ronso, I've mentioned this a few times, but once Ronso hits level 95, we're going to push them into the goalie box, and then have Zamzi Ronso take over. So we'll see what we can do with the layout of our team. Actually makes me think something cool, like something that might be actually cool to record. I've mentioned it before, kind of like different team types, like maybe just a team that's all about defense, but then setting them to like the movement mode will be auto, so the AI will control them when I have the ball and when I don't have the ball. That'd be interesting because it would just be like, am I able to just constantly shut down the opposing team or not? It would definitely be a thing to see. I don't know. Maybe that ought to be something we tackle. I don't know. There's so many different options, and then I've already mentioned it hasn't happened yet, but I mentioned also recording things that are not Blitzball on this channel and all that stuff. And there's so many options. It's just, you know, it never ends. So we might want to start pushing forward a little bit more and getting our guy Ronso up there, because we are going against Nimruk. So the difference, of course, with this situation is Nimruk is a very good goalie, the best in the game. So I might not necessarily be able to do like a half-court shot and then just have our guy Ronso make it. I think there might be a lot more challenges than just doing that. So let's see what we can do here. It's kind of early to start, but I think we're going to get a little bit of pressure, so it's probably a good idea to do it this way. Take the tackle from rope. Hopefully it's not wither. Of course it's wither. We do avoid it. That's good. See, I was always hoping it's not wither because, you know, get withered, my shoot's halved, and then I'm just like, alright, well, I'm not scoring this half. It's always the factor you've got to think about. I think it's actually best to just push forward with Ronso. Ronso is essentially just a tank right now. Like, it's just, they are not going to be stopped. Look at how effective that is, though. We already got our guy Ronso like halfway to the goal line, just from kind of pushing with a defender. Unfortunately, rope doesn't counter. We're going to do the shot here, so even if he withered and tackled us, we'd be safe. And of course, even though he envenomed us, we're still safe. Question is if it's enough. And it is enough, so it's 1-0 for the first half. And then that's it, 1-0. We're taking over. Just gotta have the Kill It Beast win next game, just so we can recreate all the things. All the things will be recreated. It's still like 90 experience away for Ronso. It just gets so it gets so hectic in trying to get those level ups when you're in the 90s. It's just like a couple hundred experience for every level, so it's like it takes like just as long from 70 to 90 as 90 to 99, it feels. Anyways, all in all, a very good start. I definitely prefer to start with the ball. I mean, that's always a positive situation. Pass to Ronso, and of course, kind of like what we've done before, is just get Newbie and Ronso that level up, and get them experience and everything they really need to be the best. And as normally happens, we're getting a lot of pressure. We'll accept that. You know, it's just something that's gonna happen. Pass to our guy Ronso. Try to relieve some of it. I mean, it's kind of just like annoying as opposed to like actually making a difference in this game. So we might be setting Newbie up for an encounter here with the opposing team. Ideally it won't happen, but there's definitely a possibility. Alright, yeah, there it is. Iskin does encounter. So we'll just pass over him. Let's see if we can get out of this. It gets a little bit more difficult because as we encounter people, sometimes it's really hard for our defenders to get out of just constantly encountering them. Looks like we're able to get out of it there, which is good. Pass to Ronso, and it looks like they're actually pulling back, or at least Iskin is. Iskin is like kind of not interested in encountering Newbie Ronso. They're doing a half turn. It's weird because I spend most of the game just looking at that arrow and seeing if it's like turning around or what's going on. That would be actually really interesting if they just got rid of the mini map altogether. That would make it a lot more difficult to play the game for sure. You wouldn't know what's going on. You just be like, I don't know. It makes sense because, like, I don't know. In playing like water polo, I've played water polo before, and like you have a general idea of where people are, but you don't know exactly. Like it's hard to tell. So like from like a realism standpoint, it's kind of weird to just have a map that's pointing everything out to you. But from a practicality standpoint, like you can't just look around. Like you're not legitimately there, so it's really hard to kind of balance that out. See, I think way too much about Blitzball in general. That's all I've learned from this like entire channel. I'm just like, you know what? I think about Blitzball too much. And despite the pressure we're getting, I think this is actually a really good half for experience gain. Like, I've basically just been able to avoid the opponent in most cases, pass amongst Urga and Newbie Ronso, and just had a good time with it. I haven't really gotten to any situations where I'm just like, now I've got to like constantly be in this loop of being encountered or do any weird passes or any consistent weird passes to other people like Arkai or Bhed Psyches. It's just kind of been like, cool. So yeah, that should be it for this this game. Actually, it's 1-0. We are top scorer as of the last game, so hopefully we maintain that and see if anyone got an immense amount of goals on in the other game. Look at that level up for Newbie Ronso. Endurance, pass, attack. Beautiful. And yeah, no one got an insane amount of goals. The Kilika Beasts were eliminated. That's lame. How am I gonna face him now? If you're on, so please don't be super expensive. Nah. Oh, thanks. That's nice of you to say, I guess. I think I have like 6,400 gil. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. And when you come back, we will be playing more Blitzball, and we'll get newbie Ronso back.